movie stars Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, Javier Bardem, and Curry Condon. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So how this is going to work, I'm going to say a fun fact, and then I'm going to play a clip from Brad or Damson Idris, and so you guys can hear it from the stars themselves. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and comment, and let's get into the first fun fact. Damson Idris was actually surprised to learn that they would be driving real race cars in the movie. There weren't any green screens. They were driving for real. And they actually trained 4 to 5 months to learn how to drive these race cars for this film. This is what Damson had to say.
The first time I met with Joe and Jerry, I had said to them, in Top Gun, people were flying those planes for real. How are you guys going to do F1? Green screen, right? And they both deadpan looked at me. They're like, no, you're going to be driving the cars for real. And I put my poker face on and I was like, I could do that.
A sweat.
Yeah. Sort of like a sweat of blood. But, you know, we trained for about 4 or 5 months behind different disciplines of race cars. And by the time we got into the cars that we used for the movie, you know, going from Grand Prix to Grand Prix, racing amongst the real crowd, you know, we were ready to go. And the interesting thing about driving was we had all these cameras on the car. So unlike Lewis and Max, when they're in a car and they could see everything, we could barely see. And sometimes we'd be going 180 miles per hour.
So another cool thing about this movie, the film was actually recorded during the real F1 season. And real shots were used from F1 races, and they were filming during race weekends. So the movie was actually integrated during the F1 season. They had a professional from the racing industry, I think his name was Lewis, kind of like helping them with everything and giving them guidance on how to edit this film and make it as realistic as possible. Check out what Brad had to say about the film.
It's such a crazy idea. Joe Kosinski, our director, must have been sitting around after the success of Maverick going, what do I do next? I know, I'm gonna do the most visceral, experiential racing movie ever made. I'm gonna integrate the entire film into the F1 season. I'm going to put real actors and real cars on tracks on real race weekends, and we're going to make a movie.
Why not?
Somehow he pulled it off. Yeah, it's so audacious. I can't believe we actually got to get away with it.
Lastly, this is actually hilarious. I'll let Brad say it for himself, but it was just his reaction to working with the cast. And I just thought it was hilarious. He definitely confirmed, ladies, that Damson is charming, but he may have been insinuating that he was a little slow behind the wheel. Here's what he had to say.
Damson, he's so damn charming, I just want to... besides being terribly slow, no, I couldn't have had a better sparring partner. I'm thrilled. Like, he certainly can hold his own, and he's got great things ahead of him.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you like this type of content and you want to see more like this, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you guys next time.